The British islands make a land invasion difficult. Thankfully, they are equally difficult for defensive maneuvers. I'd say the size of the British Navy is compensating for something. Reaching their naval defense will be difficult, and our naval forces will play a main role. I can safely say one thing: without a way to carry our ground forces over the English Channel, this invasion is doomed.
Bismarck is a true miracle of military science. A couple more of these ships and the British naval supremacy will be over. This Colossus can deal massive damage to both naval and land hostile targets. Without escort, however, a battleship is certainly vulnerable to enemy aircraft and submarines.
The British have shown themselves to be a serious threat. Their tanks are slow, but carry thick armor and precise, hard-hitting weapons. Their crews are also very well trained. Fighting them on their home territory will challenge not only my skills as a commander, but our entire tank doctrine. It is now a dispute between two opposing tank warfare philosophies.
This will prove the toughest operation to date, a good test of our true capacities as a military. If we rush the ground invasion too much, we'll fall under the British Navy's fire. Yet, if we take too long, the British will set up shoreside fortifications. At that point, we're in for an opposed landing. Besides, a victory over the Brits by our naval forces is not a guarantee. The paratroopers could become our trump card, but we can't deploy them before the British flak batteries are subdued.
So far, due to the successful actions of the Luftwaffe under the impeccable command of Reichsmarschall Göring, Britain has suffered a devastating blow. Now we only have to finish it off. Very soon, the British Empire will finally cease to exist.
I cannot agree with you, Herr Führer. In my opinion, even the total occupation of the island of Great Britain will not undermine the military power of the British Empire, spread around the whole globe.
So what do you suggest, Halder? To call off the operation, fearing the might of our enemy? Yes, it is the only serious opponent in Western Europe left undefeated. Yet its defeat is imminent. The Wehrmacht is an indomitable force, which knows no fear and no mercy. Manstein, I order you to develop and implement the landing operation plan. What can you suggest in terms of tactics?
I think our troops should cross the English Channel and land both to the north and south of London to encircle the enemy troops in and around it.
I like your ideas. Dönitz, I order you to help with the Operation Sea Lion planning.
At once, Herr Führer. It will be a combined effort of mine as well as General Manstein. The landing of our troops and the Navy's actions will be synchronized.
Halder, I order you to find a way to undermine the British military might, if it bothers you so much. I suggest you work hard.
Have no doubt, I will find a solution. Gentlemen, had someone told me a year ago that the Wehrmacht would soon be conducting a land invasion of Britain, I would call him mad. Today, however, we're beginning that very operation, and our chances of success have never been higher. General Manstein, what is your assessment of our combat readiness?
I've trained my soldiers personally, and they are as ready as they can be.
Perfect. In that case, let us begin the debriefing. All forces must cross the English Channel and land on the British coast. They will then take the southeastern part of the island and secure a foothold to the north of London. For all that to happen, we'll need to capture London as well as the following cities: Chelmsford, Luton, Milton Keynes, Oxford, Reading, Swindon, Gloucester, Bristol, and Hereford.
Beating the British Army is not the hard part. Crossing the English Channel might be. The enemy could just sink our transports before any of our troops even set foot on British soil.
Indeed, the Royal Navy remains a major threat to our land-in operation. However, I'm sure our air supremacy can be of some help in that regard. Wouldn't you agree, Reichsmarshal Goering?
Of course. The Luftwaffe controls the skies over the English Channel. Say the word and they'll give the Brits such a beating they'll forget what drink to take come 5 o'clock.
Don't forget our superb naval forces. Our newest battleship Bismarck is fresh out of the shipyard after its launch, and she is the mightiest vessel to ever sail the Atlantic. Even the Royal Navy has nothing to match her firepower. The British admirals are about to be seriously humbled. Still, proper caution is in order, and we shouldn't take risks with such a mighty ship this early into the war.
Absolutely. We will need the Bismarck afloat for the many battles to come. That said, gentlemen, I believe this meeting is now finished. It is time to commence Operation Sea Lion.
We were born to make war.
I am listening. Armored troops at your disposal. Our tanks are not heavy, but fast. Is there work for the commandos? They won't know what hit them. Order confirmed. Moving out. Affirmative. Why? Any action there? Order confirmed. Moving out.
Here's your Christmas gift. I don't like how exposed we are. We cast the biggest shadows. Dropping the payload. Approaching coordinates, altitude normal. Where to, Commander? Bring the hammer down. Correcting angle of approach. Ready to make some craters. Starting bomb run. Correcting angle of approach. Where to, Commander? Bombs away, bombs away. Christmas is here and I have a bomb bay full of presents. Here's your Christmas gift. I don't like how exposed we are. Fire from the sky. Bombs away, bombs away. Ready for some havoc. Scorch the earth. Ready for some havoc. Here's your Christmas gift. I don't like how exposed we are. Run or be removed. You, on the ground, catch. Approaching coordinates, altitude normal.
Ready for troop redeployment.
Ready to make some craters. Hammer down. Advancing in that direction. Tactical bomber reporting. Dropping the payload. We'll be passing over that quadrant. Fire from the sky. Ready for some havoc. Ready to make some craters. Approaching coordinates, altitude normal. Approaching coordinates, altitude normal. Tactical bomber, armed and ready. Anyone call for divine intervention? Christmas is here and I have a bomb bay full of presents. Hopefully, no fighters today. Gunners, keep an eye out. It's about to get loud down there. On our way. Anyone call for divine intervention? Gunners, keep an eye out. Scorch the earth. Pressure normal, advancing as ordered. Tactical bomber reporting. It's about to get loud down there. I have a bad feeling about this. Anyone call for divine intervention? Bombs away, bombs away. We'll be passing over that quadrant. Ready to make some craters. Dropping the payload. Correcting angle of approach. Fire from the sky. Hammer down. I have a bad feeling about this. Anyone call for divine intervention? Ready to make some craters. All is quiet, but not for long. Approaching coordinates, altitude normal. We cast the biggest shadows. I don't like how exposed we are. Bombs away, bombs away. Fire from the sky. Ready to make some craters. Dropping the payload. Pressure normal, advancing as ordered. Anyone call for divine intervention? Tactical bomber, armed and ready. Bombs away, bombs away. Kill confirmed. Ready to make some craters. Where to, Commander? Tactical bomber, armed and ready. Where to, Commander? We cast the biggest shadows. Ready to make some craters. We cast the biggest shadows. Anyone call for divine intervention? We'll be passing over that quadrant. Advancing in that direction. Ready to make some craters. We'll be passing over that quadrant. I don't like how exposed we are. We cast the biggest shadows. On our way. It's about to get loud down there. Run or be removed. Fire from the sky. Ready for some havoc. Run or be removed. I don't like how exposed we are. We cast the biggest shadows. On our way. It's about to get loud down there. I have a bad feeling about this. Where to, Commander? Anyone call for divine intervention? Run or be removed. Here's your Christmas gift. Correcting angle of approach. Anyone call for divine intervention? Bombs away! Bombs away! Tactical bomber reporting. Tactical bomber reporting. I don't like how exposed we are. Here's your Christmas gift. Ready for some havoc. I have a bad feeling about this. We cast the biggest shadows. Ready for some havoc. Hopefully, no fighters today. Hopefully, no fighters today. Tactical bomber reporting. Fire from the sky. Christmas is here and I have a bomb bay full of presents. All is quiet, but not for long. Advancing in that direction. Starting bomb run. Where to, Commander? On our way. Dropping bombs. On our way. Run or be removed. I don't like how exposed we are. Starting bomb run. I have a bad feeling about this. We cast the biggest shadows. Fire from the sky. Fire from the sky. Run or be removed. Hopefully, no fighters today. Ready to make some craters. Christmas is here and I have a bomb bay full of presents. We'll be passing over that quadrant. Run or be removed. Pressure normal, advancing as ordered. Bring the hammer down. Fire from the sky. Tactical bomber reporting. Tactical bomber, armed and ready. It's about to get loud down there. Direct hit confirmed. We cast the biggest shadows. All is quiet, but not for long. Tactical bomber reporting. Tactical bomber, armed and ready. Tactical bomber reporting. Ready to make some craters. Run or be removed. Hopefully, no fighters today. You, on the ground, catch.
Fighter plane combat ready. Heard you loud and clear. Heard you loud and clear. Lucky you on the ground. It's freezing up here. Nice and easy. At least until the combat starts.
U-boat reporting. Oxygen supply is normal. It will be done. What course, Commander? Time for some unrestricted warfare. Submarine, standing by.
The lone wolf dies, but the pack survives.
Departing as ordered. U-boat advancing. Lone sub dies, but the wolf pack survives.
Ready to make some craters. Tactical bomber, armed and ready.
Masters of the sky. Engaging the target. Heard you loud and clear.
Ready to make some craters. Dropping bombs. Pressure normal, advancing as ordered. We cast the biggest shadows. Ready to make some craters. Ready to make some craters. It's about to get loud down there. On our way. Hopefully, no fighters today. Hopefully, no fighters today. Here's your Christmas gift. I have a bad feeling about this. Where to, Commander? All is quiet, but not for long. It's about to get loud down there. I have a bad feeling about this. All is quiet, but not for long. Run or be removed. Dropping the payload. Correcting angle of approach. Anyone call for divine intervention? Tactical bomber reporting. Fire from the sky. Bring the hammer down. Run or be removed.
Standing by for orders. All hands, man your battle stations. Firing on target, sir.
We cast the biggest shadows. Here's your Christmas gift. All is quiet, but not for long. Hopefully, no fighters today. Tactical bomber, armed and ready. Hammer down.
We are the Kriegsmarine's finest. Commands firing. Commands firing.
We never sleep. Destroyer underway. Target locked. Engaging the enemy. Destroyer reporting. Keep watch, everyone. Rapid fire. Firing all weapons. Engaging the enemy.
The crisp sea air. Firing on target, sir. Target destroyed. My commendations to the gunner. Cease tracking. That target is destroyed. We shall not be deterred.
Staying on high alert.
The crisp sea air.
Infantry is the Army's core. Plotting course.
Airlift ready. We will have you there in no time. Fasten seatbelts and enjoy your flight. We travel at speed. Cargo plane, standing by for orders. We will have you there in no time.
They will see us and tremble. Collective fire! We are the masters of the sea.
We were born to make war. We'll get you there in due time.
Affirmative. Why? Any action there? I have a good feeling about this. Nice and easy. At least until the combat starts. I have a good feeling about this.
Airlift ready. We will have you there in no time. Ready for troop redeployment. Fasten seatbelts and enjoy your flight. We will have you there in no time. We will have you there in no time.
My agents brought in a curious report about the Ipswich airfield. The Royal Air Force have been testing a cutting-edge fighter plane there called Spitfire Mark V. Apparently, the prototype is still at the airfield.
You're suggesting we capture the enemy's secret fighter plane? Why, that's a wonderful idea. Let's see what the British engineers have come up with.
Despite the heavy blow we have dealt to the British Air Force, they still pose a real threat to our ground troops. In particular because they still have a number of very experienced bomber pilots. The most famous one is Guy Gibson. He has many combat awards, including some of the most prestigious ones.
I see where you're going. Suppose we strike another blow to the Brits' morale?
Exactly. By proving one more time that their heroes are not immortal beings, we will crush their will to fight. At the same time, it would make our homeland a safer place. This Gibson guy participated in an air raid on Berlin.
They will see us and tremble. We are the Kriegsmarine's finest. They will see us and tremble. We are the masters of the sea.
Still waters run deep. We never sleep.
We have a hostile vessel sighted.
German Navy is unequaled.
Enemy contact on the radar. We'll keep the big ship safe.
Awaiting orders. Ah, the crisp sea air. Full speed ahead.
Out here, no one is my match.
Infantry is the Army's core. We deploy to our victory.
Ready for strafing run. Fighter plane combat ready. Order confirmed. Moving out. Affirmative. Why? Any action there?
Board in an orderly fashion. Understood?
Christmas is here and I have a bomb bay full of presents.
Standing by for orders. Firing on target, sir. Collective fire! Firing on target, sir. Collective fire! German Navy is unequaled. Commands firing! Commands firing!
You will not find us wanting. We'll keep the big ship safe.
I hope this war is over soon.
We cast the biggest shadows. Tactical bomber, armed and ready. We cast the biggest shadows. Dropping bombs. Approaching coordinates, altitude normal. Ready to make some craters. Ready for some havoc. Hammer down. Advancing in that direction.
We'll keep the big ship safe. We'll keep the big ship safe.
Out here, no one is my match. Lucky you on the ground. It's freezing up here. They will not escape. Order confirmed. Moving out.
The calm before the storm.
Run or be removed. All is quiet, but not for long. Bombs away! Bombs away! Gunners, keep an eye out. On our way. Hopefully, no fighters today. Hammer down. Parting the clouds. Ready for some havoc. Bring the hammer down. Advancing in that direction.
Destroyer ready for duty. Rapid fire! Staying on high alert. Engaging the enemy. One less to worry about.
Fire from the sky. It's about to get loud down there. Where to, Commander? Ready to make some craters. Dropping bombs. Kill confirmed. We cast the biggest shadows. Here's your Christmas gift. I have a bad feeling about this. We cast the biggest shadows. Ready to make some craters. It's about to get loud down there.
We will save the world from chaos.
Hopefully, no fighters today. Dropping bombs. Target destroyed. On our way.
Recon company standing by. We'll treat this with absolute discretion. If anyone asks, this unit does not exist. Standing by for orders. Squad, find your sits. Any sensitive assignments for us?
We'll get you there in due time.
My agents...
You're a...
Good day to score some kills.
My agents brought in a curious report about the Ipswich airfield. The Royal Air Force have been testing a cutting-edge fighter plane there called Spitfire Mark V. Apparently, the prototype is still at the airfield.
You're suggesting we capture the enemy's secret fighter plane? Why, that's a wonderful idea. Let's see what the British engineers have come up with.
Despite the heavy blow we have dealt to the British Air Force, they still pose a real threat to our ground troops. In particular because they still have a number of very experienced bomber pilots. The most famous one is Guy Gibson. He has many combat awards, including some of the most prestigious ones.
I see where you're going. Suppose we strike another blow to the Brits' morale?
Exactly. By proving one more time that their heroes are not immortal beings, we will crush their will to fight. At the same time, it would make our homeland a safer place. This Gibson guy participated in an air raid on Berlin.
They won't know what hit them. Any orders? Order confirmed. Moving out. Affirmative. Why? Any action there? Any orders?
Yes. Ah, the crisp sea air.
It's too quiet. Setting course to the target location. Any news from topside? Setting course to the target location. Departing as ordered. Departing as ordered. All systems are ready. Target locked. Firing.
Ah, the crisp sea air.
Good day to score some kills. I have a good feeling about this. Affirmative. Why? Any action there? Any orders? Order confirmed. Moving out. I got you now.
Tactical bomber, armed and ready. Bring the hammer down. Pressure normal, advancing as ordered. Ready for some havoc. Tactical bomber reporting. Ready for some havoc. Bring the hammer down. Approaching coordinates, altitude normal. Ready for some havoc. Run or be removed.
I am listening. Affirmative. Why? Any action there? I have a good feeling about this. On my way. They will not escape.
Tactical bomber, armed and ready. Tactical bomber, armed and ready. Ready for some havoc.
In the name of God and the fatherland. Battleship underway.
They won't know what hit them. Engaging the target.
Forward in an orderly fashion, understood? We'll get you there, in due time. Hey, need a ride?
Airlift ready. Out here, no one is my match. Order confirmed. Moving out. Affirmative. Why? Any action there? What's today's mission? Eyes peeled for enemy forces. Heard you loud and clear. I got you now. I have a good feeling about this. Good day to score some kills. Advancing to coordinates. They will not escape. Ready for strafing run. Adjusting the target quadrant. Masters of the sky. Eyes peeled for enemy forces. You're as good as dead. Good day to score some kills. Adjusting the target quadrant.
Ready to make some craters. Ready to make some craters. Tactical bomber, armed and ready. Ready for some havoc. Tactical bomber reporting.
Ready for strafing run. Good day to score some kills. Heard you loud and clear. Commencing fly-by attack.
Ready for some havoc. Ready for some havoc. Starting bomb run. Correcting angle of approach. Anyone call for divine intervention? Starting bomb run. On our way. Anyone call for divine intervention? Dropping the payload. Approaching coordinates, altitude normal. It's about to get loud down there. All is quiet, but not for long. Tactical bomber, armed and ready.
Airlift ready. We travel at speed.
My agent in London reports Churchill is trying to evacuate his archive. A large number of British secret documents are currently being moved via regular trucks with little escort.
General Manstein, did you hear that? This may be our only chance.
No need to tell me twice. Capturing the British Prime Minister's papers may yield us many secrets. I'll order my troops to intercept those trucks before they get too far.
Ready for strafing run. On my way. Advancing to coordinates. On my way. Any orders? Fly like the wind. I have a good feeling about this. Order confirmed. Moving out. What's today's mission? Heard you loud and clear. They will not escape. Advancing to coordinates. I am listening. Masters of the Sky. Engaging the target. Locked on target. Fly like the wind. Advancing to coordinates. Heard you loud and clear. I am listening. Heard you loud and clear. Commencing flyby attack. They won't know what hit them. Out here, no one is my match. They will not escape. Engines at top performance.
Scorch the earth! I have a bad feeling about this. It's about to get loud down there. Correcting angle of approach. Tactical bomber, armed and ready. Starting bomb run. I have a bad feeling about this. Where to, Commander? Here's your Christmas gift. We'll be passing over that quadrant.
The Hammer of the Reich!
Panzer Corps at the ready.
Good day to score some kills. You're as good as dead. Order confirmed. Moving out. Masters of the Sky. You're as good as dead. Engines at top performance.
Tactical bomber, armed and ready. It's about to get loud down there. They are fleeing, not our problem anymore. Hopefully, no fighters today.
Ready for strafing run. Engaging. Engines at top performance. Nice and easy. At least until the combat starts.
Scorch the earth. Direct hit confirmed. Tactical bomber, armed and ready. Starting bomb run. I don't like how exposed we are. Hopefully, no fighters today. Hammer down. Advancing in that direction.
Submarine, standing by.
We're en route. Prepare to meet the enemy.
We cast the biggest shadows. It's about to get loud down there. Anyone call for divine intervention?
Good day to score some kills.
Hey, need a ride?
Any orders? Aces high. They will not escape. Aces high. I am listening. I got you now. Masters of the sky. On my way. Good day to score some kills.
Christmas is here and I have a bomb bay full of presents.
Ready for strafing run. Affirmative. Why? Any action there? This is where the fun begins. I have a good feeling about this. Aces high. Ready for strafing run. Heard you loud and clear.
All is quiet, but not for long. You, on the ground, catch. Fire from the sky. Dropping the payload. We'll be passing over that quadrant. Ready to make some craters. Dropping the payload. Advancing in that direction.
Fly like the wind. I have a good feeling about this. Ready for strafing run. Eyes peeled for enemy forces.
Tactical bomber, armed and ready. Bring the hammer down. Look at them scatter.
Transport, standing by.
Break their lines.
Time to move on. Transport, standing by. Enjoy the cruise.
Fire from the sky.
Masters of the sky. Commencing flyby attack.
Destroyer ready for duty. Keep watch, everyone. Still waters run deep. Destroyer underway.
German Navy is unequaled. Let's get underway. Capital ship reporting. All hands, man your battle stations. Standing by for orders. Collective fire. Adjusting sights. Attack!
All hands on deck.
Ready for strafing run. Advancing to coordinates.
Where to, Commander? Starting bomb run. I don't like how exposed we are. Ready to make some craters. I have a bad feeling about this. Tactical bomber, armed and ready. Bombs away, bombs away. I have a bad feeling about this. Here's your Christmas gift. I have a bad feeling about this.
One day this war will end. Better not be soon.